Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Commissar Zero here, bringing you a look, well, not a look, we'll say a new series, or at least this is me basically being bored and wanting to play some games that I used to really enjoy, and thought, screw it, let's do one of these. And we're going to do a campaign from Wargame Red Dragon, a strategy-orientated game, based around macro decisions rather than micro. Essentially what you do in the single player or the multiplayer, I will show you now. You would get a deck, like say here's my 20th Armoured Corps, which is, Armoured Brigade I should say, which is a British unit. And you build the deck, so I have my FOB, my command units, and some logistics units, and I have infantry, so we've got some, I forgot how to rotate. This is bad. Oh well. You got these. In all their glory, all their glory. And then you have like Milans, SAS, some Fusiliers, and then you have like the upgraded versions. And look at all these stats. This is the important thing. This is the amount of stat work that goes into this game, which is what I love. So these Fusiliers are 1990s Fusiliers. Their helmets are a bit weird, but either way. So these guys have access to laws, which are light anti-tank weapons, L85 A1 assault rifles, I believe, and look, it has different ranges, it has accuracy, stabilizers involved, HE power, suppression rates, rate of fire, and they have the L86 LMG, which is the LSW for the British Armed Forces. And then if we... well, they're both 90 versions, but the only difference between these two is one's armed with the Warrior tank, or IFE, or APC probably, and this one is armed with the FV432. Whereas if we look at, say, all of these are 90s, damn it. Actually, let's just go to infantry here. So if I do look at this, these are the Falklands era, so pre-1990s era Fusiliers, and they're armed with the SLR, which is this big old battle rifle that you had access to in the British Army. And they have the L7A1, which is a bit like the Gimpy, the GPMG they use now, but they don't use it now, obviously. Does anyone actually have access to the Gimpy in this? Let's take a look. Fusiliers. The thing is, I have this specialised as an armoured corps, so I don't actually have access to certain infantry units. Anyway, going to support, we have AA units like the Challenger Marksman, which is an autocannon. It's not radar rounds, so I think it is radar. Yeah, look, it says RAD here, which means radar guided. We've got rapiers, which are rocket systems, and the artillery, and our mortar. And then we've got the old tanks, so we've got Challenger Mark 1. It has all these great little stats here. Its size, its optics, its speed, its stealth, its road speed, its armour, front, back, sides and top. It has its secondary coax weapon, the L37. We've got Chieftains, Chieftain Mark 2s, that's a Mark 10. Well, that's a Mark 11 actually, it's not a Mark 2. And we've got two Chieftain Mark 11s here. We've got Recce units, reconnaissance, so we've got the Household Division. We don't have Household Division here. The Scorpions here, so that'd be Household Division. We've got Gazelles, Green Jackets who don't exist anymore, Spartans, more Green Jackets, Strikers and Radans. Radans are like autocannon units, and these are rocket units. I think they use fly-by-wire, don't they? Swing fires. So yes, these are fly-by-wire, which is basically a missile gets fired and a wire is connected to it until it hits something. You just guide in, and then we have the Air Forces, Eurofighters and Harrier GR1s, different weapon systems again, and then the Navy, which is all NATO-y. So that you build a deck and then you call it out, a bit like World in Conflict. And that's the multiplayer. And if you guys want to see me do some multiplayer, I will happily do it. I'll probably get the arse destroyed, but either way, I am going to do a little campaign, and if you guys really enjoy it, I will continue to do so. So let us begin. So this is Pearl of the Orient, difficulty hard. What are the other difficulties, just out of interest? Oh, this is very hard. Okay, we'll do Pearl of the Orient. And this involves these nations: Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom, and the People's Liberation Army, People's Republic of China. Or the PLA. It does involve the PLA. I wasn't wrong. Ouch. When the lease of Hong Kong to the United Kingdom comes to an end, Margaret Thatcher's unflinching determination to retain the region drives China to resort to armed force to recover the Pearl of the Orient. Will the outnumbered garrison be able to hold its ground? And this will come... This didn't actually happen, this is all theoretical, but this would have happened 2 years after the Falklands, so you can sort of see where that leads. Let's take a look.
June 1982. The Falklands War, Margaret Thatcher's war, ends in a complete British victory. The Iron Lady is at the top of her popularity and influence. September 1982. While on an official visit to Beijing, the British Prime Minister expresses Britain's wish to see China extending the lease of Hong Kong. Deng Xiaoping counters this by putting forward China's will to recover all of its territories that are still under foreign administration. 1983. For a year, negotiations are pursued with no positive results. When they reach a deadlock, the Chinese premier bluntly states that he could walk in and take the whole lot this afternoon. Encouraged by her aura as a victorious war leader in the Falklands, the British Prime Minister takes up the gauntlet and orders the reinforcement of Hong Kong's garrison. In retaliation, China masses troops on Hong Kong's border, hoping to force her to reconsider Britain's position. 6 months later, the Iron Lady hasn't yielded an inch, and even convinces several Commonwealth states to stand alongside Britain. April 19th, 1984. When it was unable to recover through diplomacy, China decides to recover by force. On April 19th, 1984, at 1 minute past midnight, China recalls its ambassador to Great Britain after transmitting a last declaration of war.
So, that's it. We are at war. General, the Chinese preparations to invade are more advanced than initially thought. Our intelligence estimates that the troops will cross the border at dawn. This guy was RTR, Royal Tank Regiment. These are on the wrong side though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these should be here. Oops. Oh, actually, should it? I'm trying to remember now. Oh god. Yeah. I think they should be there. These are right though. Our task force is en route, but it will only reach the China Sea in about 10 days. You must absolutely keep Hong Kong out of reach of Chinese troops until reinforcements arrive. The Prime Minister can then start diplomatic negotiations. And then we have a guy from the Rifles in his old C-95 gear. Our armoured units deployed in the Sunwen Plateau are ready to move and engage the enemy, sir. The plateau is a critical logistics platform. We would not survive if we lost it, yes. The RAF and Australian planes are on full alert, so that'd be the Royal Australian Air Force. They are being deployed to Lanto and Callan airports. Our Commonwealth allies are urgently sending us reinforcements. The Canadians should arrive tomorrow by plane. With their help, we must hold Hong Kong for as long as possible. Right, so, quick rundown of what this is about. Essentially, rather than building your deck, you already have units in the field. And these all come under different units. So we have RAF Multi-Role Squadron consisting of GR3 Harriers. We have an RAF Logistics Squadron with HC-1 Chinooks. An anti-tank company. We have heavy tank battalions, another anti-tank, 2 RTR, Royal Tank Regiment. Whether these are the actual makeups of the units, I'm not sure. So we've got the Scots Guards here, who seem to be armoured unit or mechanised. Well, it's a regiment, so in the British military, regiments don't deploy as regiments, they deploy as companies or battalions attached to other battalions and companies who then form a battle group. Or no, they form a brigade, and then these brigades come together to form battle groups. So this would be a massive battle group, I assume, or the reinforcements will be a battle group, and these all should be individual brigades made up of units. So if this was Scots Guards, this should just be a company or a battalion of them, and then they'd be attached to a brigade who would then so on and so forth. Anyway, enough of the nerding out with the military. Royal Australian Air Force fighters, so they've got some Phantoms, yep. We've got Tornadoes and so on and so forth, Air Defence Company. So what do we need to do? First of all, what's our naval assets look like? We have with us Type 26 Type 21s, 16 Pegasus. That's a huge fleet, actually. The question is, do we... I think I'll move this here, because this is a reinforcement sector, and the enemy could come from here. Because here's their navy. A couple of Luders, which they have more of than me. They also have a marine regiment there. So secondary objectives are to hold these, and to hold this for 9 turns. I think we can just leave these, and it might be worth doing that. This is a close recon company. So basically we move to different sections and then they move, and then it makes a battle if that occurs. Let's see, what do we have on their border? We have a light tank battalion, some heavy, so we need some anti-tank companies here. And they've got more tanks, or so many tanks, right. You're going here. This is a marine regiment. What do we have here? Oh, we've got our own marines. 3 commandos. So these guys, I think these are the guys of the Falklands 3 commando. Was it 33 commando? No, it was 3 commando, yeah. So these guys have successfully returned from the Falklands with a massive metric ton of marines. And you can see they've got SLRs and Gustavs. And I have great trust in our Royal Marines. They're classified as shock troops, I'm pretty sure. No, it says training elite if you look here. So you have militia, regular, shock, and elite. So shock troops would be like paras. Well, that could cause a lot of arguing in the British military. Okay, we'll say paras and Marines are on par. The Marines are meant to be some of the best troops we have. Royal Marines, anyway. What are you? You're a militia regiment, so you're pretty useless. Loads of tanks. I'm tempted to actually strike out a bit here. But we were told not to hold these, we've got to hold these plateaus. So what I will do, you're pretty big, you've got 127 units. And this is our get out of the way. This is our cohesion here, which means the more points you get besides in the battle. Well, let's see. Tornado GR1s, you're at ground attack. You can tell by the symbols up here. You're an air superiority fighter. You're multi-role. Actually, that reminds me, do I... 1 second, ladies and gents, just looking at something. Yeah, my icons are set to NATO. I understand it better if it's in NATO, but these icons aren't in NATO symbols, these are just normal. Ah, right. Light tank battalion. Gunships. Ah, the Gurkhas. Right. Well, we're going to put the Gurkhas here. I'm probably going to move the light tank battalion up here, and I will move the logistics up here as well. You guys might prove useful, so I'll move you here. And what I will do is I think I'll reinforce this SAS squadron. It is an SAS squadron, yeah. With the Scots Guards, who do have access to... Oh, those are blowpipes. They have access to anti-tank. They have tanks of themselves, but I don't really want to use tanks to kill tanks. What about you? RTR, what do you have? Fusiliers. Abbott, that could prove useful. Similar. No. Well, I am going to risk it. And we will leave it. And what we will do... What do you have access to as a GR1? You should have access to just cluster bombs. And what do the Harriers have access to? They have access to rockets. Tornadoes have access to the same AM9Ls though. So helicopters and airplanes. So you are sort of a multi-role. How much do you cost compared to the Harrier? Oh, they obviously cost less. But that cluster bomb will prove more useful. Which one would you here? And we will put the Phantom here as well. So what will happen is at the end of the Royal Hong Kong Regiment's here. Well, we'll keep you here because you're basically territorials, aren't you? Yeah. You've got some wombats as well. So these guys will return at the end of the mission, and then I can send them out again. R&R replaces cohesion. Right. End turn. Our operator confirms enemy advance towards the north district in new territories. Enemy force estimated 2 armed battalions to mount a squadron of attack helicopters. Likely enemy aerial cover. Calendar is sending several airborne detachments that can deploy from Kowloon and Lantau airports. And then we have some for the Royal Navy, I think. Well, it should be, but there should be something. Well, actually, their rank slide. The government has just authorised us to use the aircraft carrier HMS Illustrious. Right. Oh, so they threw everything into that. We can't do any deployments or anything like that yet, can we? Well, we won't. We'll see what happens here first. We'll go here. Can I put another unit? So, what do we have here? The heavy tank regiment went here, did it? Yeah. I don't want to loosen this up. I think I can make do with that, I think. Should I use the Lynxes? No. No, I shouldn't. Right. We're defending here, so I will show you a fight, ladies and gents. This is going to be the makeup of the map. We sort of surround the enemy, which is good. Oh god, we do surround the enemy. That's great, actually. These are our command points. These are reinforcements, so air and land can approach from these 3 separate areas. They start with more points though. Their total value of their force is so much larger than ours. It's been a while. I'm going to launch this battle. I might lose this because it's been so long since I've played a game of this. Oh god. But right. You're going to have to bear with me, ladies and gents. Oh, okay, so we've got time. I can explain it. So we need to keep all of these places held, if at all possible. So we'll put a Sultan. Is there like a... you might be safe there. There. Oh, you got one there as well, so we'll put one here as well. Hiding in the brush. And that will secure, and then I can move to take these at some point. But we should get some recce. So reconnaissance, they're the ones that can pick out the enemy, because it's all about sight ranges, really. If I put that here, they can see down there, can't they? Do I have access to anti-tank? No, I've just got access to tanks. What about infantry? We should probably put a recce here as well, actually. We don't have a lot of access to anti-tank, which isn't great. Put 2 challenges here, that gives them access across there. Actually, what I will also do is put a recce here. Ah, yeah, I'll do that as well. Blowpipes here. Blowpipes here. So these are anti-air. Put these here, and we'll get them to go into this village, hold down this area, and give us some sight lanes. We need some tanks as well. Which is why I'm going to put these here. Also put these here, and then maybe just get access to an aircraft somewhere. Just get a Phantom. Alright, so when I hit launch battle they will have deployed as well. So what needs to be done? Fuck!
What's the problem, sir? I'm all ears. Why does it always have to be me?
So we're having issues here. My challenges. Yeah, we're having big issues here.
Platoon's formed and ready.
It's these bloody
On
recce's.
our way. Someone need a guardian angel?
Send the Phantom out. I might have lost this. This could be going horribly wrong. Oh, crap, that sounds like an autocannon. Run! Use your laws!
On our way, son.
Right, so, new plan. Actually,
Roger that, 5.
new plan.
Let's hope there's no enemy air defense.
Chucks away. Oh, you missed. Come on, turn, turn, turn. I might be able to kill a lot of them here.
It's gonna rain down on them crawlers.
He's evac Winchester, which means he's deployed. Bombs away. Got some kills. But it's not looking good, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, you arse! Send the challengers forward, but they're not gonna last long. It's been so long! I mean, it's still inexcusable for me to be playing this bad, but that is the excuse, and I'm going with it. Send these challengers forward. Who are panicked. Send these challengers forward, unsupported, with no infantry across the bridge. This is going to go so well. Fire, fire. Shells out. Come on. That sounds like rockets. Bye!
Do you have something for me?
All reverse. Oh, good God.
The sky is ours.
Kill it! Oh, we lost. Awesome. Total defeat. We lost a lot of troops. That went well. So, that's kind of what it's like, ladies and gents. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to continue doing this Let's Play because it's really hard and I haven't actually played this for a long time. I should have had the if I had the ATGMs I probably would have been able to do it. But what we will do is I'll put this out, this won't affect the usual schedule, put it out on a normal day. Please let me know if you want me to continue playing this because I do enjoy playing this. I just suddenly had a hankering to play it again and I really wanted to play up on it. So there you can have it, Wargame Red Dragon. I hope you have a nice day, ladies and gents.